Hello friends, welcome to DenTuber. Friends, today we are going to discuss pharmacology MCQs. Let's start. So the first question is most common side effect of oral administration of ampicillin is option A anaphylactic shock, B diarrhea, C oral candidiasis, option C renal failure. So the correct answer is diarrhea. The correct answer is diarrhea, friends. Diarrhea is the most common side effect of oral administration of ampicillin. Because after oral administration, ampicillin is incompletely absorbed and the unabsorbed drug in turn irritates the lower intestine, thereby causing diarrhea. So let us move on to next question, friends. AIDS is a disease of the immune system primarily affecting. So AIDS affect which of the following cells? Obviously, D option T lymphocytes. So this is friends, AIDS is caused by HIV, which is a human retrovirus, and this human retrovirus belongs to lentivirus family, and there are two genetically different but antigenically related forms of HIV, namely HIV-1 and HIV-2, which have been isolated from the patients with AIDS. So HIV-1 is more common in USA, Europe, and Central Africa, whereas HIV-2 is more uh, common in West Africa, and mainly profound immunodepression is there, and which affects the cell mediated immunity, and this is the hallmark of AIDS. So this is mainly a result of infection and subsequent loss of CD4 plus T cells, as well as an impairment in the function of surviving helper T cells. So let us move on to the next question, friends. Which of the following drugs can be safely used in lactating mothers? So, which of the following drugs can be safely used with lactating mothers? The correct option is answer is option D, erythromycin. Let us move on to the next question, friends. Topical antifungal agent in candidiasis is, so which of the following agent is used as a topical antifungal agent in candidiasis? So the answer is A, clotrimazole. So let us move on to the next question. One of the following is not penicillinase susceptible. So which of the following is not penicillinase susceptible? So the answer is option D, that is cloxacillin is the right answer. Um, so let us see if there is something. Let us move on to the next question. INH, that is isoniazid induced neuropathy, is treated with which of the following drugs is used to treat isoniazid induced neuropathy? The answer is pyridoxine. Pyridoxine is used to treat the neuropathy caused by as a side effect of isoniazid. So, so to prevent this neurotoxicity, prophylactically 10 milligram per day of pyridoxine needs to be given. So let us move on to next question. All of the following antibacterial agents act by inhibiting cell wall synthesis, except, so which of the following agent does not act by inhibiting cell wall synthesis? So means three of these agents act by inhibiting cell wall synthesis. Which of them does not inhibit cell wall synthesis? So the correct answer would be nitrofurantoin, that is option D. So option D is the correct answer, friends. Let us move on to next question. Which of the following is not a broad spectrum antibiotic? Tetracycline, chloramphenicol, doxycycline, cephalosporins. So the correct answer is option D, cephalosporin. Let us move on to the next question. Nevirapine. Nevirapine is which of the following is correct for nevirapine? Is nevirapine a protease inhibitor? No. Is nevirapine a nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitor? No. Is nevirapine a fusion inhibitor? No. So friends, as we all know, only option C is correct. That is, nevirapine is a non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitor. So let us move on to the next question. Which of the following antibiotics is not used in the treatment of infectious mononucleosis? Which means three of these are used in the treatment of infectious mononucleosis, and one of them is not used in the treatment of infectious mononucleosis. So the correct option amongst ampicillin, gentamicin, erythromycin and ciprofloxacin. So we have to find out the correct option. So I feel the correct option is gentamicin. So yeah, correct option is gentamicin, friends. Let us move on to the next question. A diabetic patient develops cellulitis due to Staphylococcus aureus, which was found to be methicillin resistant. That is, the Staph aureus is methicillin resistant. All of the following antibiotics will be appropriate, except which antibiotic will not be appropriate amongst these four? That is vancomycin, imipenem, teicoplanin, linezolid. Sorry with the pronunciations. So let us see which is the correct option. The correct option is imipenem. Imipenem will not be appropriate to be used as it is methicillin resistant. Other three can be used. So actually methicillin resistant Staph aureus, that is MRSA, they are insensitive to all penicillinase resistant penicillins and erythromycins, aminoglycosides, tetracyclines, etc. So the drug of choice for these organisms is vancomycin, linezolid. Okay friends, let us move on to the next question. Which of the following is associated with neutropenia? So doxorubicin, vinblastine, cisplatin, methotrexate. So the correct option is methotrexate is associated with neutropenia. Which of the following drugs does not show renal toxicity? Gentamicin, is it streptomycin, is it methoxyprenolin, or is it isoflurane? So the correct answer would be option D, isoflurane. Isoflurane is an inhalational anesthetic, does not cause nephrotoxicity, while other three options may cause nephrotoxicity. Next, let's move on to next question. Which of the following is a third generation cephalosporin? So the classification of cephalosporin is very important. We have to see all these generations, and amongst these four, which of the following is the third generation? So the third generation is option A, cephalosporin. Cephalosporin is the correct answer. Next question, please. Which of the following drugs is likely to damage the eighth cranial nerve? That is, when administered for a long period of time. Okay. So amongst ethambutol, isoniazid, rifampicin, streptomycin, which of the drug will cause eighth cranial nerve damage? The correct answer would be streptomycin, as nephrotoxicity, ototoxicity and contact sensitization, these are the common side effects of streptomycin, and because of contact sensitization side effect, topical application of streptomycin is not indicated. So eighth nerve is mostly affected, vestibular involvement is more common, and cochlear involvement is less common. Next question. Which of the following is primarily a bactericidal drugs? Okay. So amongst chloramphenicol, gentamicin, sulfadiazine, tetracycline, which of these is a bactericidal drug, remaining would be bacteriostatic. So as we all know that chloramphenicol is a bacteriostatic drug. Sulfadiazine is also a bacteriostatic drug. Tetracycline is also a bacteriostatic drug. So the only option we are left with gentamicin. And gentamicin is an aminoglycoside. As you all know, all the aminoglycosides, they are bactericidal. So correct answer would be option B. Let us move on to next question. Penicillin is effective against Penicillin is effective against which of the following diseases? Neisseria meningitis, Neisseria gonorrhoeae, Treponema pallidum. As we all know, all these options are correct. Hence, the correct answer would be option D. Next question: the therapeutic advantage that penicillin V has over penicillin G. So, penicillin V has some advantage over penicillin G. Which is which amongst these is the correct answer? So the correct answer is our very first option, that is more reliable oral absorption. Penicillin V is also known as phenoxymethyl penicillin, which is semi-synthetic, and it differs from penicillin G, that is benzyl penicillin, only in that penicillin V is acid stable. So when given orally, it produces higher plasma concentration than same amount of penicillin G given orally. I hope you understand. Next question is: concurrent administration of the tetracycline is most likely to impair the action of which of the following drugs? So answer would be option lincomycin, chloramphenicol, or erythromycin, penicillin. Answer is penicillin. And so when tetracyclines are mixed with penicillin, especially injectable form, so inactivation of penicillin will occur. Chloramphenicol can cause staining of teeth, aplastic anemia, bone marrow depression, both B and C. So the correct answer is obviously both B and C. So chloramphenicol, basically previously it was a drug of choice for the treatment of typhoid. However, there were some disadvantages. Main disadvantages are bone marrow depression and aplastic anemia. It also causes gray baby syndrome. Hypersensitivity reactions may also occur, and also superinfections can occur from chloramphenicol. Which drug causes photosensitivity? Options are tetracycline, aminoglycosides, penicillin, cephalosporins. So the correct answer is obviously tetracycline. And some important adverse effect here I would like to discuss regarding tetracycline are hepatotoxicity, nephrotoxicity, phototoxicity, Fanconi syndrome. These individually I may discuss these things, these side effects and these drugs in a separate video. For the timing, let us just discuss what are the important adverse effects. Other adverse effects are: it may cause staining of teeth as it forms chelates with calcium ions, and also it suppresses bone marrow growth. The antibiotic of choice in patients sensitive to penicillin. Okay, when the patient is sensitive to penicillin, which drug should be used as an alternative drug? It's a very easy question. The answer is obviously option A, erythromycin. Which of the following penicillins can be given by IV route? IV route is preferred for which of the following penicillin? Benzathine, procaine, crystalline, benzathine. So correct option would be crystalline, and procaine and benzathine, they are preferred for deep intramuscular route. Okay, so I think we should move to next question. The option D was actually benzathine. So this is a typing error. So both option A and D are same, but it is not same. It is benzathine, option D, and the option A is benzathine. Next question: tetracycline is contraindicated in. Tetracycline is contraindicated in children, pregnancy, renal failure, all of the above. So obviously the answer would be all of the above. Regarding previous question, there are some drugs which should not be given by IV route. These are paracetamol, diclofenac, chloroquine, adrenaline. This question we have already discussed. So fluconazole is used for the treatment of pemphigus, herpes simplex, candidiasis, syphilis. This is a very simple question. Obviously, it is the antifungal drug. It is used for fungal disease, which is candidiasis. Let us move on. Mechanism of action of quinolones. Mechanism of action of quinolones is it inhibits DNA gyrase. Okay, inhibits bacterial protein synthesis, inhibits bacterial cell wall synthesis, inhibits intake of folic acid. So option A is correct. Inhibits DNA gyrase. So fluoroquinolones mainly inhibits DNA gyrase. However, mammalian cells contains enzyme called topoisomerase 2, which has very low affinity for fluoroquinolones. Hence, it is low toxicity to the host cell compared to the bacterial cell. A child with permanently stained teeth reports the most he was most probably administered disphenyl hydantoin, diphenhydramine, digoxin, doxycycline. So, which of the following drugs was administered? We can suspect the correct option would be option D, that is doxycycline. Okay, however, as compared to tetracycline, doxycycline will cause less discoloration. And option A, dysphenyl hydantoin, it is to mention here that the side effects are gingival hyperplasia and megaloblastic anemia. The bacterial resistance to tetracycline is due to. Okay, so the correct answer amongst these would be option C, inactivation of the drug by the enzymes. So, drug is inactivated by the enzymes. Okay, then there are certain other mechanisms which we can discuss here, that is mechanism of bacterial resistance to tetracyclines. Okay, so it will cause decrease in tetracycline concentration. Plasmid mediated synthesis of protection protein. Okay, there will be a synthesis of a protection protein that protects the ribosomal binding site from tetracycline. Generally, tetracycline will bind to the 30S ribosome and it will inhibit the protein synthesis. However, there will be synthesis, if the resistance is there, synthesis of a protection protein will be there, which will protect the ribosomal binding site from tetracycline. And the last one is obviously inactivation of the drug by the tetracycline inactivating enzymes. Peripheral neuritis is a complication of. Okay, peripheral neuritis is a complication of. It is very simple, isoniazid. Okay, it is can be prevented by taking pyridoxine 10 milligram per day prophylactically, and treated by taking pyridoxine 100 milligram per day. And there are some other drugs which cause peripheral neuritis: rhizophulmine, nitrofurantoin, vincristine. I think nitrofurantoin we have discussed earlier also. Antifungal drug not used in the treatment of intestinal candidiasis: most ketoconazole, amphotericin, nystatin, clotrimazole. The correct option is option D, that is clotrimazole. It is not used in the treatment of what we'll say intestinal candidiasis. So friends, this is all about today's discussion regarding pharma MCQ. You can please subscribe to my channel, like my video and share my videos to your friends. So who other friends who are preparing for MDS entrance examination, NEET PG, or some state government jobs, like Punjab is soon going to announce hemodental examination. Other states are also going to announce. So please subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends. Thank you so much, friends. Take care, friends.